All right, joining us now is our student athletes from Virginia Tech, Georgia Amor, Kayla King, and Deasia Gregg. At this time, we will open the floor up for questions. Start down here with Mark.
You guys are one win.
Name
from
and
the
affiliation, please.
Mark Berman, Roanoke Times. You guys are one win from the Final Four. What's kind of the mentality, the mindset of the team today, now that you're this close to the Final Four, and the fact that UConn is not the team standing in your way?
Ohio State is still a very good team, so, I mean, UConn or not, we're still playing a very talented team, and as we will if we continue to win. The mindset for us hasn't changed, though. It's one game at a time and just giving it our all every game.
I mean, we didn't come this far to just make it this far, so we just, again, taking it one game at a time and hopefully continue on to Dallas.
Matthew Walter with the next two questions. First, your coach yesterday made a reference to Jurassic Park, and I'm wondering, did you guys know he likes Jurassic Park this much? Because this is something we're all learning for the first time.
Yeah, he loves it. He calls our defense
The
Raptors. Like we
just like the
like a pack of
Raptors,
raptors.
Yeah.
We hunt in packs.
Yeah,
I've never seen the movie though, so I don't know if he knows that or not.
but yeah.
And the second thing I was going to ask is, you guys are in this situation for the first time ever. What things are you trying to do just to not let the pressure get to you guys? How are you guys keeping it light and trying to keep yourselves from feeling too much? I know you guys said even though you're the one seed, you feel like the underdog, but just trying to not make the pressure, let it get to you guys.
I think the end of our season that we had kind of prepared us for this. We played a bunch of talented teams back to back to back. And I think it tested us a lot. We came out with wins, but we definitely learned a lot from that final season stretch and like the ACC tournament.
I'd say both the ACC tournament and then playing like Duke and Carolina, NC State, all at their home courts. I mean, they have great crowds, so of course it's hard to play in front of all those people. And they're a great team, so I think all those things prepared us for this.
Yeah, same. The ACC prepared us for this. It's a pretty tough conference, and yeah, they prepared us for this type of play.
Ben Pickman from The Athletic, Georgia, for you. Kenny just talked about the Duke loss in January. What do you feel like you learned in that loss, or about how they were guarding you, about the physicality, and what you needed to do kind of for the rest of the year on out?
Yeah, I just needed to be more aggressive because I faced a lot of different defenses, but that Duke one caught me really off guard, and ever since then, learned from that because I was sick to my stomach after that loss, like absolutely sick. So it sucked that we lost, but it was a good learning curve.
Alexa Philpott with the ESPN. First of all, love the bucket hat. Was that
She
a
hasn't taken
gift,
that off since we got
or is that somewhere like we could purchase? Is that
This was our gift during the first round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't actually my question, but I did need to just get that out of the way. Georgia, Kenny was saying yesterday that, the beginning of the year, because of all the new transfers, you took more of like a passive role and like wanting to kind of facilitate and make sure as everyone kind of got incorporated into the fold, but that he really encouraged you to kind of go out there and, be the best player on the floor. So whether or not that was from like losses like the Duke loss or other points this season, what were those conversations like as he kind of pushed you to be even more assertive and to kind of play like you have over the last few weeks?
Yeah, I don't think we had like direct conversations, but it's more so just him like feeding the confidence into me all the time. Like during practice, the feedback that I get from him, and it's not always positive. Like obviously he's still my coach at the end of the day, but just knowing and understanding for us to be able to do what we want to do, I have to be like uber aggressive, and that definitely helps because we have shooters and drivers, and Liz is in there too, and she cops a beating every single night. So for me to be more aggressive on the outside helps open it up for her, but all the other girls too.
Ben Pickman from The Athletic. For all of you, Kenny's talked a lot about the notion of stopping and smelling the roses, stop, smell the roses. I guess, for each of you, is there one moment that you feel like you can share in which you have stopped and smelled the roses?
Me personally, I haven't yet. I'm worried about the game right now. I'll probably be able to do that after this season, but right now I'm kind of focused on winning the championship.
Yeah, I think all of us are really just like taking it one game at a time, really. Again, because we just didn't want to make it this far to come this far. So I think like after the season we'll be able to like look back and like really relinquish in it.
I think in saying that though, like we're not getting too caught up in everything that's to lie ahead. I think we're definitely not completely satisfied with what we've done, but very much, I would say, happy with what we've accomplished. But it's nothing to stop and reminisce on, because obviously there's still so much more to be done.
Up front here.
Mark Berman, Roanoke Times. Georgia, as far as that Ohio State press, what do you want to do better as a team against the press tomorrow than you did yesterday? And do you feel like you guys have seen enough pressing teams this year where you're not going to be too thrown by it?
Yeah, we didn't really prepare for Tennessee to press like that leading up to it, which, you know, we're still a smart team. We should have understood that better. But we have plenty of press breaks, and I'm sure we'll go over some of that today. But I think just being really intentional. We can't throw any lob passes or any of the we can't have any sloppy plays in that press.
I mean, yeah, I think the whole ACC tournament, like Duke, Miami, Louisville, they're all like aggressive styles, and they all pressed at some points in the game. So playing those teams throughout the year and the ACC tournament, I think, has prepared us some for this.
Doug Feinberg, the AP. For any of you, there's always a lot made how conference tournaments are tougher to win than the NCAA because you have to play back-to-back games. I'm just curious your thoughts. I mean, now you're going through the NCAAs. Is it tougher to win the conference in a sense because you have no recovery time and rest time and prep time versus you have a day-to-day to get ready for tomorrow?
I feel like it's kind of the same. It's a quick turnaround, so we don't really have that much time to recover. We just take a game at a time, and it's just a mental part. We try to stay sharp with our mental, so we don't have mental lapses. So it's just like a mental part of the game.
I think with the ACC tournament, like we're all familiar with the teams, and the NCAA, like you play different conferences. There's different styles of basketball, so like that's kind of like a new like aspect of the game. But honestly, like the ACC, the quick turnarounds, like you don't. Like, you think you'll be way more tired than you are, but, like, your body, like, tricks you into, like, being okay. Like, really, like, at the end of the tournament, I was like, dang, like, I'm sore. But, like, the day of the championship game, like, we were all good. We're ready to play.
I would say the adrenaline is, like, cranked all the way up.
You don't realize, like, you don't feel anything until after
Right
those 3 days
after.
of playing. But,
We
like,
cut
the
down the
back-to-back.
net. We cut down the net, and I was, like, walking down the ladder, like, ugh.
Any other questions? Includes Velociraptors, Bucketheads. All right, Georgia, Kayla, Deasia, thank you very much for your time. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.